The love chat. Oh, we got a gift box? What do we get a gift box for? Epic Games, did you guys screw up again? What do we get a gift box for? What is that for? Hey, you cute looking specimen. Just wanted to say use code demonjoefr for 10% PP size increase. Demonjo for G Fuel.
Here, take some more love.
Oh, chat! Oh, chat! Oh no, dude, it just got real in here! I love it. I love it, dude. I love it. Where are our emotes? Give me emotes. Alrighty, boyos, welcome back once again to another video. How you guys doing? Guys, today we're just going to be doing a little bit of a sit down and talk kind of commentary video. It's actually been a while since I've actually just sat down with you guys and just talked about a specific topic. In today's video, we're going to be talking about when are we going to be seeing some actual real content in Fortnite Save the World. So what exactly do I mean by this? Well, whenever I talk about real content, let's go back in time about 2 to 3 years ago. So about 2 to 3 years ago, I started playing this game called Warframe. Hell, it might have even been 4 years ago at this time, at this point, but I've sunk about 300 to 600 hours total into Warframe. I honestly can't remember, somewhere in between the 300 and 600 range, probably about like 450, something like that. Anyways, whenever Warframe first began, this was the time when it first had launched on the PlayStation 4, back whenever I used to play on console. The main content for Warframe back in those days was that it would release a new weapon and a new Warframe and an event every now and again. And sometimes the weapon and the Warframe would be on a weekly basis, and the events would be on a little bit of a monthly basis on the little bits of content that they would add to the game. And eventually, over time, they would go on to make something like the Plains of Eidolon and the Arcwing update and all sorts of stuff, right? Well, way back whenever Warframe was taking its baby steps, and it really wasn't a good game like it is today, it was doing the same content that Save the World is doing. See, the way that Save the World goes about creating its content is that in between the major content drops, it gives us little trickles of stuff that we can just kind of mess around with in the meantime. We get weapons, we get new heroes, we get little events that really don't mean anything, but they also have little itty bitty pieces of content in them. It's kind of the same way with Warframe. And then they get some real content, like I said, with the Arcwing update, especially the Plains of Eidolon update that allowed there to be a huge open world within the game. That's what I would consider real content. When are we going to be seeing some real content in Fortnite Save the World? Stuff that just isn't just little itty pieces of weapons and heroes and tiny quest lines that don't matter. Because if we're being entirely honest, the Pirate event and the Lovestorm event, you can just X those out of existence, and Save the World is the exact same game as it was before those events existed. It's just with a few, fewer less weapons and a fewer less heroes than before. When are we going to see something actually game-changing, like the hero loadout, or the UI update, or anything like that? See, this whole conversation came about on twitch.tv. We stream over there about 5 times a week, and we constantly have conversations about this kind of stuff. When are we going to see that real content? Well, in today's video, I do want to take a look at the AMA that we had just a while ago and kind of go over stuff that we are going to be seeing in the future. This is the kind of stuff that we can expect either before the end of this season, which keep in mind is like, less than a month, and season 9, which will be beginning in less than a month. So when are we going to be seeing a lot of these actual real pieces of content? Well, like I said, I compiled a lot of comments from the Reddit AMA, just in case some of you guys forgot it existed or didn't know it existed, or forgot about these specific comments. Let's go over some actual real stuff that we could be seeing in the next few weeks or in the next month, because most of the stuff is either confirmed for season 8 or season 9 or just past season 9. What does the future hold for Save the World? in terms of some actual content. So first up, we're going to be taking a look at stuff that is more than likely coming in Season 9 or has been confirmed to be coming in Season 9, and then we'll be looking at some stuff that we will be seeing possibly in Season 8 or early Season 9. And there's actually some very interesting stuff on here that I feel like got slightly overlooked and people really didn't talk about it as much as they should. You know, we live streamed the event a while ago, but I never made a specific video about it. And in today's video, I want to highlight some of the major stuff that we will be seeing in the future. So let's go ahead and go over it. Now, we're going to be starting off with some comments on the HUD. So we have a comment that says, are there any plans to revamp the in-game HUD/UI? As it stands, it could use an update to reduce clutter and improve some things. Well, we had an epic producer by the name of Poppin say, we do want to update the HUD, but it won't be in Season 8, but we agree that we can do better here. Now, if anybody knows anything about Save the World, you guys know that the HUD is absolutely horrible in this game. If somebody finds an encampment, it has a huge rectangle on the whole front part of your screen just because somebody walked by an encampment. If you got, some modifiers from the pylons and, you're trying to increase your movement speed or anything like that, you just get a huge long list on the side of your screen of these modifiers. Nothing is condensed and everything is in your face. This is a change that we need, and this guy says that we won't be seeing it in Season 8, but it's something that they're looking into. We could possibly be seeing this in Season 9. We have another comment that says, is there any update on the end of the Canny Valley cinematic? And the comment came from the epic producer, and it says, this is still in active development. Now, if you guys don't know, whenever you kill the Storm King, what is supposed to play is an ending cutscene. Now, whenever, this epic producer says that it's still in active development, what we know is that this cinematic is probably not going to exist until a Twine Peak storyline comes by. Now, this comment right here was made just before Season 8. This AMA took place right before Season 8 started. This tells me that we're probably going to be seeing a Twine Peak storyline in Season 9 or even Season 10. If they don't have the cinematic completed as of yet, that just shows that they're still working and still actively working on Twine Peaks. Now, whether it's the full-blown campaign coming out at one time with the cinematic with it, I have no idea, but me personally, I feel like the cinematic should have been completed a long time ago, but seeing as the cinematic still isn't completed, it's probably on the back burner while they develop Twine Peaks. We could be seeing this in about Season 9 or Season 10, because there's no reason to have the cinematic without the rest of the story to continue off of. Now we have another question that says, also, are you planning to fix technical performance on/remove the death burst? Now, the answer to this was death bursts are on our radar as something to improve, although we don't have a solid time frame for this yet. In addition to performance, we also want to try and introduce a bit more counterplay. Now, this right here is just telling us that they are working on Death Burst. This is something that's really going to affect the game because nobody in this game likes Death Burst. Healing Death Burst, it's okay, but Death Burst itself completely goes against how the game is supposed to be played. You're supposed to use traps in Fortnite Save the World, but Death Burst entirely just keeps you from wanting to use traps because everything's going to get blown up. Your frame rate goes to abysmal levels whenever you're in a Death Burst mission, and things get genuinely annoying. So it does tell us right there that they are working on Death Burst. I doubt we'll see it in Season 8, possibly in Season 9. We also have another thing right here which says, will trap durability reset after storm shields like it used to? Disabling that was just unnecessary and annoying in my opinion. We have the epic producer that says, we're planning on a bunch of SSD quality of life improvements soon. It won't be in Season 8 though. Now, there is another comment to follow this up with, and it's from Epic Jason. So there's a question that says, have you guys talked about expanding the storm shields in any way? For example, a lot of people here have suggested an endless mode for storm shields, similar to Frostnite, with waves of enemies of increasing difficulty. Now the answer to this was actually very, very nice. He says there are a suite of improvements planned for storm shields that are currently in development. These are tentatively planned for sometime in Season 9. This includes new combat challenges in the storm shield, resetting the storm shield after a failure, and being able to tear down your base in a quick and effective way. Now we already got that last part. The only thing that we're missing is new combat challenges and resetting the storm shield after a failure. I'm very interested to see how this is going to play out, and this could possibly be a way of teasing a little bit of in-game and Fortnite Saves the World. Who knows, an endless mode for the SSDs could actually encourage a lot of play outside of just the normal repetitive missions. Now, the next comments that we have are probably the most interesting out of this entire video, and I'm very excited to see where this could go in the future. So we got a question that says, do you plan to add areas after Twine peaks? And the reply to this says, we're experimenting with different types of area content, but going to take some time. We really want to see bigger maps. Now, what this tells me is that in the future, you know, this is not season 9 whatsoever, could be season 10, could be season 11, but it's already showing us that Epic have some very big things planned. Keep in mind, this is the Epic Games design lead himself, and he's talking about that they want to see bigger maps and different types of area content. As to say that after Twine peaks, after we get this volcanic island looking area, you know, we get the story fleshed out or whatever, we could see a zone that has missions within that zone that have maps that could be 4 times the size of a normal mission. Does it sound familiar? It could be very similar to the way that Warframe did Plains of Eidolon with their update. You know, you have a game that's very similar to Save the World. You have Warframe, and it's an alert-based game where you go into specific missions and get your specific rewards, and that's about it. But then they ended up coming out with this Plains of Eidolon update, which was completely free roam, open plains, just everything, go out and explore a bunch of stuff. This is what it kind of sounds like to me on just a little bit of a smaller scale. We're experimenting with different types of area content, but going to take some time, really want to see bigger maps. That has me quite excited for the future. Now, the last thing that we have for the season 9 to season 10 area of this video is, are there any plans for in-game content? And they say yes. So I imagine that they wouldn't have answered this question at all if they didn't have some good form of in-game in mind whenever they were applying to this comment. I really hope that we get something actual, something substantial, and something that's going to add some substance to the game. Now, that's the kind of stuff that we'll be seeing in the future. What is the kind of stuff that we could be seeing pretty soon, within the next few weeks of Season 8? Now, this is no guarantee to come out, but it's kind of them talking about, you know, we're looking to do it in Season 8. It could be late Season 8, it could be early Season 9. So what exactly could this kind of content be? So we have a comment that says, with the AFK system overhaul not currently acting as a deterrent for many abusers, how would toxic behavior / AFKing and general asshattery be managed? So we have the Epic producer, and he says, we're still iterating through the AFK system. We believe we haven't exhausted all of our options in making the system better. We're going to be making more improvements in Season 8, some visible and some not. We don't want people to game the system. Please send us feedback. It does make the system and the game better. So right here we have some talk about making the AFK system even better as Season 8 goes on. We could be seeing some implementations in the next coming weeks on the AFK system, and I think that would be very nice, because even I myself got in a game with an AFK person the other day. It was quite frustrating, and I really hope that person stubs their toe. So, you know, hopefully we do see some kind of AFK system, just some kind of improvements to the current system they got within Season 8. The next comment we have is that I don't see it mentioned, but I'll ask, any chance of new Husk types on the horizon, or would this be part of the Twine roadmap towards the end of Season 8, possibly Season 9? And they say, we're aiming to do a visual revamp of the blaster soon, and are always considering new enemy types. So this is something not really that substantial, but I would still consider this actual real content. I mean, this is something you're going to see on a mission to mission basis just about. Apparently they're trying to make the blaster look different in a some kind of future update. So there is that, quite interesting. It just kind of depends on how they make them look. And the final little bit of a comment in this video is this right here. Any changes to the functionality or visibility of alerts in game, i.e. seeing cooldowns? What the Epic senior systems designer had to say about this was this: we aren't happy with how obscured mission alert quotas currently are, and are planning to make changes to them, tentatively in the late Season 8 or early 9 timeframe. The design isn't completely nailed down yet, so we can't share further details at this time. So we might be possibly seeing some kind of actual alert system implemented into the game. Currently, the system that we have is about 3 mega alerts a day, 10 mission alerts a day, and 10 storm alerts a day. And there's absolutely no way currently in the game that you can actually see how many alerts you have completed. After completing so ever many alerts, then you're going to be getting less rewards. And even though I think the system in general is absolutely garbage, we should be able to see how many alerts we've done in game. So hopefully that is something that we could see towards the end of the current season. But guys, that is pretty much it for this video. I just started thinking about what's the content we're going to be seeing, recently and, sometime in the future, and, we got nothing but a cannonade as of the recent content update, and I was just thinking, when are we going to see something that's actually going to change the game? So pretty much everything I mentioned in today's video is stuff that is coming in the future and stuff that we will be seeing actually change the game, and hopefully before too long we'll actually see some real big improvements. Now let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, but that is it for me for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy watching it, and yeah, that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to post your comments down below.